Stickosaurus here, and today we're working on this beast. This is Dino Thunder Black, Alba Ranger Black, whatever you prefer. Probably Alba Ranger, right? Maybe? I don't know. Tommy's in right. I already have one of these, and I printed one of these for a customer. One of these raw prints. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is his actually. Mine's almost done printing, but you know, I'm just getting we'll jump on this. We'll jump. And someone has a little bit of interest in my old one, so I figured why not make a new one? I got the file already sliced, pretty good the first time. One little exception, I gotta put a little bit of epoxy sculpt on this little tip here. Not a big deal. It's not hard to do. There's no details you gotta worry about, so it should be fine. This helmet's weird. The one I already done, I didn't do anything with the eyes. I don't think. They're purple. Some people go like a weird purple. Some people go dark purple. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. I'll look and see what Anarchy does, and we'll maybe do that. I'll be honest, I watched Alba Ranger, and I never really noticed the purple, except in a couple scenes, so it might be darker or weird, I don't know. But we are going to hopefully make a better one than I have. The one I have, I made a long time ago. The black paint, a lot of orange peel, don't like that. And I did the red up here, and then it was back before I really knew what I was doing, which I still don't, so don't let me lie to you. I don't. I tried to clear coat it like an hour after putting the red on it, and it just lifted, sanded it, waited a day, did it, and it kind of worked, but not really. So we're gonna make a better version of this, so let's get to it. Okay, I got a lot of people saying about what to do when you got stringing, what to do. So my alpha eyes over at my house, it's just been a stringing mess. I don't know if you can see it on here. It doesn't show up super well. You can kind of see it in there, but it's better because I took a glove and scraped out what I could. I could probably scrape out more of this, but I don't like to. I don't know where my gloves went. I think my wife put them somewhere. I'm not sure, but after you get a lot of it scraped out, what you can do is take a heat gun and be careful because you don't want to melt the plastic. But these little wisps will curl up and disappear like nothing. So you just turn it on, let it heat up a little bit. And see how they kind of curl up. You probably can't see it. But this is just all I do, and then I go with either some like 200 grit sandpaper or like a Scotch pad or something, and just rub it in here, and all the little pieces will just usually come out. And what doesn't probably won't bother you. I just do a little pass over it. But yeah, that's all you gotta do. Here's the front. I don't have all the supports off yet, but see all that stringing in there, and then just whoop. And you want to be careful because if your models are thin or something, they'll start cracking, and you gotta start worrying a little bit. But just do this. We're gonna sand this all anyway. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna get the rest of the supports off it, but. And then, like they'll bunch up a little bit, you just pull it off and get rid of it. I gotta get all these supports on. I don't know. Might just try to sand some of them off. But that's all there is to it. Stringing sucks and it's not ideal. And sometimes you don't realize it because the helmet's print this way. And it's hard to see behind. Print like this, and you can't see behind it, so you don't know if it's actually stringing. It's got a big thing on there, and it's going to have to sand that off. But You can fix it, and honestly, you won't even know the difference in the end, especially once you get all this out of there. So don't worry too much. Everything is fixable. But if you can do without print without stringing, that's the ideal thing to do. Everything looks a lot nicer. But I'm just going to try to get a little bit more of these supports off, and then we're going to rough sand this. All right, we're all rough sanded. Did 60, then 100. Just gonna go in with some snips and get the rest of these little supports here I couldn't get. But other than that, she's looking good. We will move on to priming. Okay, it's the 4th time I'm recording this because the first 3 times my iPad shut off, and I started sneezing one of the times too. It's just been a thing. But I'm gonna prime this Ava Ranger Black, the Steiner Thunder Black. We'll have to fix this little spike here. I noticed it when I printed, but I forgot about it till just now. Because I printed another one of these for a customer. He just wanted a raw print. So that one, I gave him the better one. So we're gonna prime this and then we'll let it dry and sand it. Okay, got that primed. It might be honestly too hot to be doing this even in the shade. I feel like it's like drying in air while I'm spraying it. But yeah, this is the first coat of primer. And it's gonna look bad because it's really hard to get all those little plastic particulates off from rough sanding it. But we're gonna let this dry, which is probably already almost dry. It's honestly like 9 degrees, like in the shade. I don't know what else to do. The only option I have right now. So I think I only have one more helmet I can prime today, so I should be back to normal tomorrow, hopefully, for a little bit. But gonna let this dry. It might be a bitch to sand it, but we'll get it sanded with some 200 grit. All right, last night I put on some epoxy sculpt here. I think it looks okay. It's close enough. It needs sanded, of course, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sand this. I put some up here, under here, so make this smoother. I don't know. I mean, I know how to sand it. I just gonna have to get there and not forget about it. That happens a lot. Sometimes I'll do something different, forget about it until we're like putting paint on it. And I'm like, oh man, and it's kind of too late. But we're gonna sand this here with some 220, and then we'll see what we're working with. I feel like that's all I say. We'll see what we're working with. We'll see what we're working with. Any new lines. Okay, got that sanded. Gonna put some spot putty up here, fill this little hole, and I'll sand that, and then I might put some on the chin, just some spot putty, because it's not bad. It just could be better, but maybe right there too. Gotta try to remember 3 things. By the time I get to it, I'll forget. But yep, gonna do that, and then we will prime it again. Okay. Got the spot putty on this. Just gonna sand that down real quick, and we will put a second coat of primer on. All right, gonna let that dry, and then I think it's time to wet sand this one. Not sure. I'll look after it dries. But you can kind of still see the layer lines pretty bad on this one. Maybe we'll spot putty it. I thought they'd sand out a little better than that, but they didn't. But that's the plan. Gotta let it dry first. Okay, so wasn't liking how this was looking. So I put spot putty over all of it, and we're gonna sand it off, prime it, and we should be able to wet sand it. So here we go. Okay, that's primed. I think it's looking good, actually. Right there I don't really like, but it looks a lot better than it did, especially the back. Gonna let this dry. I would say probably tomorrow I could wet sand it, but it's really cold. Might have been too cold to paint this, honestly. It's just being weird, but we'll see. Hopefully it warms up a little bit today. It is still early in the morning, but it is wet and rainy out, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but we'll see. So we're gonna let this dry, and then we will wet sand. Okay, there's Dino Thunder Black, wet sanded. Feels real nice. Just gonna rinse it off here, and then we'll let it dry and move on to the base coat. Okay, we are gonna put the base coat on Ombre Black here. I hope it's okay. Guess we'll find out, huh? Looks like there's stuff on it, but you know, I rinsed it off and all that, but we'll see. You know, that's all I can do. All right, here we go. Okay, got I think I did 2 coats on here and then a little bit touch up. Got a little bit of runs, but I think it'll be okay. It's really hard to tell. Actually, I thought the reflection right there was a run when I was looking here, and I got real upset, but I think it'll be okay. We'll let this dry for a week, and then we'll do the gold, red, and then top coat it. Okay, we're going to do the gold on this Ombre Black. I think I did an okay mask job. It's not my best, and I hope it doesn't bite me. It probably will. It probably will. It's just an annoying shape to try to mask, so we'll see what happens. Okay, that should be good. We'll let it dry, and then we will bump off the masking. I'll probably hand paint the purple eyes and the red on the top. And then we'll do the detail lines because there's some white on the top, I'm pretty sure. We'll be done. Well, some top coat, but I'm done with painting. Okay, we are going to do the eyes and paint the red part here and do the white lines. I believe they're around here. I can't tell from Aniki's picture if they're around here or not. I might just do that.
And then I think his like comes together here or something, but it looks like maybe white on the front here and then across on this to the back. So that's the plan. I don't see any lines around here or anything. I'm gonna hand paint it because it's just, I'm a little traumatized because when I did my old Diamond Thunder Black, I spray painted this red. And boy, I didn't know anything back then. Like I did it like the same day I put the black on and it peeled, and then I panicked and I put clear over it, and it was a mess. So I'm just gonna hand paint it. It's a small area. It should be fine. Touch up any red I get on it with some paint marker. The eyes, I didn't paint the eyes on my last one because honestly, I never really realized them. But I have this, how do you say the halo? The halo? I don't know. Purple. I think should look nice on here. A little scratch on there. That's a shame. Maybe it's dirt. I don't know. And there's a couple of spots where the masking tore up some of the paint that we'll fix up. I think that's about it. And I feel like there's a little overspray right here, but I can't tell. I'm gonna say probably. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of. Oh, I got some overspray here, huh? Well, we'll definitely do these white then. But we're gonna hand paint that. I don't think I have enough clear left to clear this today, which is a shame. I was hoping to get this done this weekend. I got a hole in my shelf from where I sold my old one. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know if I said it, but I think this model is, I got it from Nelly Cosplay. And I was talking to another guy, Chaotic Props. Check him out on Instagram. He's does some really, really nice work on helmets. If you're looking for a beautiful like NPR helmet or something. And he showed me a file he has for his, and it's like it crunches in the middle. And he says his was a screencast scan. I think it was the screen, not the stunt. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we'll touch that up. My bad. I didn't think that was attached. And it looks much better than this one. Looking at Anaki's, his has like the weird like crunch, like it comes in. So maybe we'll do a third one of these if I can find one of those models. Because I like the look of his. And this doesn't look bad. It's just there's a noticeable difference. This like bulbous is out, whereas the other one cinches. Again, I'd have to look at the actual show, tell you what is right, but I'm sure if that's a scan of a screencast, then that's the right way to do it. But let's get to this. Okay, that's a good start. I'm gonna let it dry. This needs to dry before I can put any more on it. Now this wide area, I might brush some white on it. I have the Halo white, which covers great. I'm telling you, that's some good paint. It's expensive, but it's good. And this purple covered real nice too. It might be a little darker than I wanted, but I think it's gonna be okay. And the red never covers well. I'm gonna need to do a couple coats. And we'll tidy up this line here because I kind of botched it a little bit. And we'll go over those lines one more time and get them vibrant. But other than that, I think it's looking good. Looks better than my old one. Once we get that clear coat on it, beautiful. So, and I'm going to do the back real quick. That should take like 2 seconds. So that's the plan. Okay, quick update here. So this thing is looking pretty with the gloss on it. But after a little further investigation, I looked in, these aren't supposed to be white. There's just like a line on both sides. So I'm just gonna paint these black and put a little spray of top coat on them. So if you see that in the next shot when we're putting the visor in, don't think I'm pulling a fast one. I'm trying to be honest with you, but I'm loving this thing. This is what I wanted to make when I wanted to remake this helmet. Because like I said earlier, I saw someone post an Anarchy one. I was like, I could do something kind of like that. I wish the model was better. I should get a 3D Command Center version, or someone showed me a screen used 3D scan, which would be cool to have. But I'm just gonna fix this little mistake. We all make them. And then we'll move on to putting the visor in. We can call it a day. Okay, got that little air all fixed up. I gotta be careful because I only did that like an hour ago. I don't want to get fingerprints in the top coat, but gonna do the visor. We'll just use some masking paper, get a template, cut it out, hot glue it in, and then we'll put magnets and elastic. And the problem I ran into when I did my first Dino Thunder Black, I wish I still had it to show you, but I sold it. I think I already said that, but the visor was too big. It's way too big for the sheets of plastic I have, I think. I didn't know what I was doing back then, so I might be able to make it work now. I'm gonna get the template and see if I can make it work. If not, I got much longer sheets of PETG. Well, I got one. I have one sheet that I was gonna try to use on my Dino Charge Black that I haven't touched in like 2 months. But if I have to use it for this, we'll use it for this and order another one, because I'd rather get this done than something that's been sitting there forever. So let's see what happens. Okay, so this is what I kind of ran into last time. My sheets just are big enough. They're 12 by 12. So I got a couple things I'm gonna wrap up here, and then I'll probably have to do this later. But I do have a bigger sheet, so we will take care of that. It's just, this visor is just rather large. Or maybe I should have made the helmet a little smaller. I don't know, but that's the plan. I'll do that after lunch and all that. And I'll have to put the window tint on it as well. So hopefully we can get it done today. Okay, so we got this bigger sheet tinted. And here's our visor for our black here. And I'm not sure what I want to do. I don't know if I might just cut this like, this is huge, man. I hate that it takes up all this sheet, but it is what it is. We're gonna do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll cut it, straight. I'm gonna have to cut this too. I'll probably cut around this the good another like 1/4 inch, and then hopefully it fits. I hope. I mean, I guess I could do another one, but I hate to waste this pretty sheet. So I guess let's get to it. Okay, I think this turned out all right. Placement of the magnets, I don't know, we'll see. This might be hard to get on by yourself. You're gonna really kind of squish the back, but figure it out, let the glue set. I'll try it on, make sure it works okay. And if not, then you'll see me add more magnets or something, but it should be perfectly fine. And I think the visor turned out as well as it could. So, guess that's it. Let's get to the big reveal. right, that is Dino Thunder Black, Ombre Black, whatever you prefer. Finished. Upgrade, in my case. Oh boy. Back snug. She's snug. And one of my magnets fell off on the one side, but it's so snug that I'm not super worried about it. Man. Something broke. Or not. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Maybe there was something else. I don't know. So it's a little dusty. I don't know. I went over with a tack cloth, but it got more dusty by the time I got around to finishing this here. So I apologize. She's not as pretty as I'd like to have been in that spin around. And there was a stray glue strand on here. Those annoy me. I wish there was a better way to get them off. They should take some tape, but don't always come off. I wish I had my old one to show you, but I already sold it to a fine gentleman. I don't want to talk down on what I sold him because he already knew it was one of my old ones. But boy, this is better. First off, I don't have panel lines on the old one. I didn't color the eyes. There's some paint peeling up here. It kind of had the orange pill over it. I didn't put gloss on it. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. The visor was a little small on one side, so I added an extra piece. But this is all one-piece visor. I don't know. I mean, obviously Anaki's is probably nicer than mine, but I'm happy with it. I think it's shiny enough for me. It needs wiped off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the dust. I am. It makes me feel bad. And there's a little chip up here. But other than that, I love this. Ombre Black is awesome. Ombre Ranger's probably like, it was my favorite one as a kid for sure. And I just watched it again probably like 6 months ago, and it holds up. It's so good. It really is. All the characters are interesting. Blue is my favorite. I love his hair. Who doesn't love Abra Killer? He's just a badass with a good redemption arc, you know. Asuka's awesome. What's his woman's name? Her like bad name's like Jinan? I don't know. It's so good. It's so good. Watch Abra Ranger. I can't speak for Dino Thunder. It has Tommy in it, so you'll love it, right? That's how it goes. But thanks for watching. I hope you think this looks nice. I know I do. Working on trying to get to all your suggestions. Takes time. I know I even move these up to coming out every week, and we're backed up till almost December now. So I promise you, if you do suggest something, I probably have it done already by the time I'm shooting this, or still working on it, or sprinting right now. Who knows? But I am listening. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. That's usually quickest. Or you can comment. I'll get to your comments, of course. And if there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Try to make it happen. I'm hoping, just like 2 weeks ago, it leaked Super Zenkaiser. And then he should be next week's episode at the time of shooting this. So I'm hoping 3D Command Center gets a model of that real soon. Because, boy, I don't like... I guess Dragon Caesar's okay, but something about his helmet and his mouth, it's just so cool. I gotta have that. So that's the plan. Maybe we'll get an upgrade for a 2 Kaiser. Not sure, but yeah, thanks for watching and have a great time.